Good morning. Hopefully the sound is working on this feed. Sorry we had to stop that one. I don't know why that happens sometimes. That's happened once before. It seems like it has something to do on YouTube's end, but I'm not really sure. If you can hear me, please put it in the comments so we know. I am here with what's tell them your name?
Caroline.
So I'm here with Caroline, and if you follow me on Patreon, I posted a picture of someone who got their first horse for Christmas. She was unwrapping him in the stall. Tell us about when you came in and saw him in the stall. How'd that work?
I was really happy.
She was really happy. So she came to the barn, and the front of the stall was covered with wrapping paper. And she unwrapped the front of the stall, and there was a horse inside. So what's your horse's name?
Campo.
Campo. So his name is Campo, and she has been taking lessons with Raven and doing really good. What do you like the most about your lessons?
Raining.
Raining. What any part of it? Spin, slide.
Spins.
She likes the spins and raining best. And Campo is a really good example of a horse that has a few health issues. He's got some feet issues. He's got some allergy issues. Nothing serious that keeps him from showing, but he can't really show at a real high level because it's too hard on his body, too hard on his feet. But he's really good with Caroline in teaching her how to ride and going to be teaching her how to show. And it's a really good example of when you're going shopping for a show horse. He would not pass a pre-purchase exam because of his feet issues, but that doesn't mean that he's not a good horse for Caroline. So, how long have you been riding? You remember? A long time. She's been riding a long time. She don't know how long. How old are you?
8.
8. She's 8 years old, and Campo is not her first horse, but he is her first horse, first show horse. Anything you want to tell everybody? It's funny because Caroline normally don't stop talking. And she got here this morning and I said that she was going to have to talk. And she said, I have to talk. I said, well, how are you going to do a video without talking? I think it's the first time I've ever seen her speechless.
So.
Funny how when you put a mic in front of people, they stop talking. So if you have any questions for Caroline, put them in the comments. Walk him back there and then bring you back. If you have any questions for her, put them in the comments. He actually pulled a shoe the other day, and Farrier is going to be here tomorrow to put the shoe back on, and then she'll be back riding him again. So what? Stop him, back him back up. What grade are you in?
3rd.
She's in 3rd grade, so she's out for Christmas vacation. She really wanted to do the video next week on Tuesday so she could skip school to come do the video, but we made it work out so she could be on the live. You want to brush him? I'll hold him and you grab the brush and brush him. So she'll be showing in reining and versatility ranch horse, ranch pleasure, that kind of thing, ranch riding. And she's been taking lessons with us for several months with Raven and doing really good and learned all about what you remember what your last lesson was about?
Yeah.
What was it about?
The parts of the parts of the horse and the saddles.
The parts of the horse and parts of the saddle. Do you remember how many parts of the horse you think you remember?
The face to here.
All right, tell us what parts you remember. You remember? It's like a test now. You're on camera.
Neck.
Okay, neck.
Hoof.
Hoof.
And mane.
And mane. Do you remember what this joint was called?
Elbow.
The elbow is right here. You're close. That's the elbow. What was that? That's the knee. The knee. So during her lessons, it's not just about riding. She's learning about parts of the horse, horsemanship, things like that, learning how to care for the horse. And It's not just about coming out and riding. She has to saddle her own horse and take care of him and all those good things. Got any questions yet?
Yes, we have a Nicole. She said, Caroline, you are so lucky. How old is Campo, and what are you most excited about to have him as your horse?
All right, so come over here. So Nicole's asking, how old is Campo, and what are you most excited about?
Campo's 15, and I'm excited about shows.
So Campo's 15 and she's excited about shows. Okay, you can go back to brushing. She's not sure about this camera thing. You can go back when we're done and watch it. And then we can do more videos later. Maybe we'll do a video of a lesson riding or something. You remember any of the parts of the horse back there? Remember the joints? What's that? What's up there? The hock? No, the hock is the joint that's we're working on it. She's only had one lesson on parts of the horse. We'll be working on that.
We have a question from Wildlife Wine Services. Caroline, is Mr. Tim a mean teacher or an awesome teacher?
Come over here so you can talk.
I guess he's pretty good.
I guess he's pretty good. Now our personality is starting to come out.
Good luck with your new horse. Have lots of fun with riding and learning your new horse. That was a comment.
Oh, thank you. They said good luck and have fun.
Has she shown before? Has she ever shown at a show?
Have you ever shown at a show before?
Yes.
You did? Do you remember what you showed in? You remember what you did?
Barrels.
You did barrels? Okay. So she has done a little bit of barrels. And this is her first time into judged events. And you've been to watch a couple shows, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You think you might work cows one day? Yeah. So she wants to work cows. I think she's been playing with a rope a little bit too, haven't you?
I think.
Yeah. She's been working with a rope a little bit, working cows, moving cows around.
What do you think you need to work on with Campo?
Come over here and answer the question. Look at the camera.
Reread it.
So, what do you think you need to work on most? Look at the camera.
Spinning.
You spin better. Start your spin better, maybe. And what else? You don't know? Maybe just a little bit of everything. How much have you loped him? Have you loped him a lot? A little bit.
Once or twice.
Yeah, she's loped him a couple times. Where she's still learning a lot of basics. And but Campo is a really good horse to teach her. And it's kind of funny because some of us have trouble catching Campo, but you don't ever have trouble catching him, do you?
Mm-mm. No.
No, he comes right up to her. He likes her better than any of us.
You do.
Yeah, he likes her better. All right, you got anything else you want to say before we stop?
No.
No, no. I think she's done talking. All right, so why don't you take Campo back in, and can you bring me Gigi that's in the wash rack? So she's going to bring Campo back in and bring me Gigi, and I'll get mounted up, and we'll talk and answer some more questions. We really enjoy working with these kids. A lot of fun. I wish we had more time with everything that we have going on with the videos and training. It's really hard to make the time to work with kids. Raven does most of the lessons with the kids, and that's all right. Go ahead. What's your question?
Was her sister the one that rode Denali first?
No. That was my granddaughter that rode Denali. This is not any relation to me. They actually brought a horse for me to train a year or two ago, and then ended up kind of sticking around. That's how a lot of people do. They come and then just never leave. And she come and had a really good time, and got to mess with horses, and she's bringing me Gigi now for me to get on. Really great way for kids to grow up. Thank you. You gonna stay in here and watch, or you want to go take care of Campo? You'll stay here? Okay. I think as long as she don't have to talk, she's okay staying here. You can talk. I was gonna put a microphone on her and then get us both in the horse and talk, but I got here and we only had one microphone. So we'll set up another one where we're both on horseback and talking.
Someone said, where is it? Jeff said, Caroline is the sweetest, most precious first-time horse mom. Have fun with your new horse, sweetheart.
Yeah, she said thank you.
You also want someone to talk about the morning routine when you get to the morning already.
Okay. That's a good topic. Talk about the morning routine, kind of our routine in general. Horses and routines are kind of a balance. They do thrive on routines. You need routines, but some horses, they start anticipating things, and you have to break the routine up a little bit. Would you go put this over there? Just put it on the ground, then you can come back. So routines are kind of, you need routines, and certain things need to stay in a routine, but also certain things need to kind of be broke up just to kind of keep the horse guessing a little bit. Especially with like reining horses, that you don't want them to start to anticipate what's coming next. You want them waiting on you. Guess I could have turned around to get on. All right, Caroline, you can sit back down there. So if anybody has any more questions for Caroline, just put them in the comments, and we'll interview Caroline. Next time we'll have a microphone on her. She likes to talk. Don't you like to talk? So I'll just kind of briefly go over the routine here. The general routine, we start, let's go this way. We start dumping feed about 8 o'clock. Start dumping feed, and Robert or Patty or whoever, it's their day to dump feed. They'll do that, and I'll start riding, and I'll ride all day, and they'll take care of the horses and feed cows and feed horses and get stalls cleaned. And Robert will ride the ones that he's riding. Raven will ride hers, and just that's kind of a general day. It's pretty basic. It could be, some people would consider it kind of boring. I know a lot of people want to come ride with the trainer, and it's pretty interesting to see the training stuff we do. But all the rest of the barn chores is just like everywhere else. Horses have to get fed, and stalls have to get cleaned. And I saw earlier we had to restart. Somebody had to comment with that frost on the ground out there with the cows. It's actually sand. It's just the way the sun's hitting it this morning. It looks a little whiter. That's just sand. We had a cool morning. I think it was in the 40s this morning. Supposed to warm up to the 60s this afternoon. And we're actually supposed to get really cold weather tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week. And we haven't had a bad winter in several years. Usually our cold weather, when we get a freeze, it rarely lasts 24 hours. We'll get a freeze at night, and it typically warms up above freezing in the morning. So I'm just walking Gigi around, just got on her. We'll just kind of play with her a little bit and answer questions about showing. We talked to Caroline a few minutes ago, and she's looking forward to starting to show Campo, her horse that she got for Christmas. And we'll be starting to show Gigi this year. She'll be showing and reining That's the main thing we're working towards. Maybe some NRHA aged events, and be Gigi's first show this year, along with Caroline's first shows. And if anybody has any questions about getting started showing, whether the horse getting started showing or the rider like Caroline getting started showing, put them in the comments, and we'll talk about it. Being the 1st of January, first of the year, we all have goals for the year, things that we want to accomplish personally and with our horses, and usually the time of year where we start making some show plans.
We have someone with a question for Caroline.
All right, we got a question for Caroline. We'll have Caroline answer it, and then I'll repeat it since you don't have a microphone on.
All right. What's your favorite activity with and around?
So, Caroline, what's your favorite activity with or around horses? What do you like doing most? Walking them around, and what else? Brushing and taking care of them, and brushing them, and walking and trotting a little bit. Do you like going fast? She likes going fast. She's kind of a little bit of a speed demon. I think we have to tell her to slow down sometimes. But it's really, she's not just wanting to come and ride and go fast and do those things. She really enjoys taking care of a horse and brushing and bathing and anything that the horse needs. And she likes to feed and do whatever needs to be done. You even clean stalls sometimes once in a while, don't you? Yep, she'll clean stalls. She'll do whatever needs to be done. Great way to grow up.
Your daddy's name Michael?
Yeah.
He said he loves you.
Before they came here, they just got here as the live was about to start. They just dropped her dad off at the airport, and then was hurrying up back here so Caroline could be on the video.
Let's see. We have Dusty said y'all will get the cold weather after us. I will let you know how many parkas and extra underwear to wear.
I'm sure plenty. Yeah, Dusty will get the cold weather a little before us.
Okay, we have I showed in ARHA. What first cow class would you recommend?
Okay, so she shows an American Ranch Horse Association. What is the first cow class? Typically, most associations have a boxing class, boxing only. That is usually where most people start. I'm not sure about those. We don't have any American Ranch Horse Association shows close to us, so I don't go to any. But most associations will have a boxing class, a box drive class, and then a fence class. So you usually start with boxing only. And Caroline, I don't know if she'll be doing that this year, but she'll be doing that soon.
Ready?
Okay, next question.
Are there age brackets or does it go by experience? Meaning can be young but and more advanced in the competition?
So the way the age brackets normally work, the youth normally has 2 or 3 divisions. Like we show in Louisiana Stock Horse, there's a 10 and under division, a 13 and under division, and then a 14 to 18 division. So that's how they divide up the kids' divisions there. NRHA is similar. I think it's exactly the same. And then as they get older, then they have to do a little bit more. For the younger kids, like the ranch trail is simpler than for the 14 to 18 kids. And for the adults, it usually starts with based on what you've won or the money that you've earned. And you might be doing the same pattern as the open or the higher level, but you're competing against people that have won a similar amount of what you have won. And then as you win stuff, you get bumped up to divisions. That's normally how most of the show associations work. A lot of people are familiar with the NBHA group where they have 1D, 2D, 3D, that kind of thing. And that has gotten a lot more people into running barrels, but I think it's done a lot of detriment to the horsemanship of barrels also. But that's topic for another conversation. So judged events, you're normally competing against people that have won a similar amount of what you have won.
What opportunities does Caroline have to learn new riding?
So Caroline can learn anything she wants to learn. What do you want to learn that we haven't worked on yet? Any part of it that we haven't done yet that you want to do? Huh? Go faster. She wants to work more on sliding stops. So she can work on any part of it she wants to do. She can do more reining or more cutting, more cow work, ranch riding, whatever, pretty much whatever she's interested in. All we do is judged events. We don't do any timed events. So any of the ranch classes she wants to do, she can work on and excel. And actually, the competitors, the youth competitors that compete on a world level, you can get a college scholarship, an equestrian scholarship to go to college, and you don't necessarily have to study equine classes. I have students that went to Georgia A&M, several Oklahoma, several colleges on scholarships, and pretty good way to go to college. And the interesting part of that is you're an athlete in college, and you get a lot of the same benefits as, say, like the football players or the basketball players, and it can help you with your college a lot.
Okay. You try to pick your finished horses at showtime. How about with Gigi?
So I try to peak my finished horses at showtime. With Gigi, I'm not really planning on that because she is so far from the peak that she is going to be. Uh, if we go to an aged event show like a Futurity or something, I'll try to have her mentally peaked out at that point. But that's really not what our long-term goals are. Our long-term goals are for her to be a lifelong show horse. So it's going to be a lot different for her than, say, Hank. Hank, he knows what his job is, so I try to get him mentally ready to show, dialed in, tuned in on show day, and then he gets a kind of a break afterwards. Gigi, we're still building on a daily basis, so a lot different for aged event horses. So anything you want to say, Caroline? We'll get her talking and doing more videos. You sure? Yeah, you want to do more videos? You don't have to sit there. If you want to go brush on Campo, you can. Or you can sit there and if you got anything to say. So I'm going to just walk Gigi around. Really didn't have a plan for her for this video. Just walk her around, see what she does. I have been working a lot with her pole resistance. If you follow me on Patreon, I worked her with the gag bit to work on that pole resistance and had a lot of improvement with that. As you see, as I'm walking her around and I'm picking up my reins to steer her around, her ears are staying down. And it's not really so much that I'm trying to lower her ears. If I lower her ears, I end up with the same problems that I have with her ears are up. But what I need is when I pick up my rein and I point her nose, the ears cannot go up. Just as a horse can be resistant to the side, there her ears came up. That's what I was talking about. Just like a horse can be resistant to lateral movement, they can be resistant to vertical movement. So I've talked a lot about that in the videos that I did on Patreon. Most of her training videos I've been posting on Patreon because they're pretty in-depth and pretty specific. And that's where I post most of my in-depth training videos.
Deb said she would love to see Caroline on Campo.
Yeah, that's kind of what we had planned on doing today. Caroline on a horse, taking a lesson, and me giving her some instructions, But we got here and we only had one microphone. So that was. What's that? I can give you my mic and you can just talk. You want to do that? Okay, let's do that. You got to talk though. What you gonna? You got something in mind you want to say? Huh? You don't know? Okay. Let's put this in your pocket. I'm gonna take this. You got a shirt on under that? Yeah. I'll put it under your shirt and we're gonna clip it up here. Okay. Caroline wants to give me a lesson. You gonna give me a lesson?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's tuck that cord in your pants. Just tuck it in. Just push in there so it's not hanging out.
There.
Push it more.
Does that work?
That'll work. That'll work. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'll get back on Gigi and Caroline can give me a lesson.
You stole my seat.
What?
You stole my seat.
Well, you can have it back after I get off.
Yeah.
All right. Are you going to sit and give me a lesson? Do I ever sit? Does Miss Raven ever sit and give you a lesson?
No.
No. All right. So what do you want me to do?
Walk.
Walk? Okay. Turn so the camera can see you.
Why?
What you got to say? You got the microphone now. You got to say something.
Do I have to?
Well, you said that you wanted the microphone. This is like working on your public speaking when you get older.
I don't like public
When you
speaking.
go to a restaurant, do you order your own food?
No.
No. So I don't know if y'all can hear me or not.
I think I can hear you do my thing.
Okay, I'll speak up. So I had a girl come, I think it was year before last, want to spend time with me. I'll stay close to Caroline, maybe that microphone. And I think she was about 15. I don't remember exactly. And her mom stayed with her. And we left and we went to lunch. We went to a Mexican restaurant where we usually go eat lunch. And we sat down to eat. And I believe it was me and Raven and her and her mom. I can't remember her name. And her mom ordered her food for her. And after the waiter left, I said, well, if you're going to stay here and spend the day with me, you're going to have to order your own food because I'm not going to order for you. And you know what? I never saw her again.
So Angela would like for Caroline to tell us about Tim's hand position and why they are where they are.
Do you know anything about that? I don't think Caroline's that far along. Tell me what to do with my hands.
Keep them down.
Keep them down, okay? Right there? Is that about right?
Yeah.
Okay. What should I be doing with my legs?
Keeping them in.
Keep them going forward. Keep them going forward. Let's see. I know you know how to spin.
I know I know how to spin.
You know how I know. That's her favorite part is to spin. So tell everybody, how do you ask your horse to spin? Look at the camera and tell them how do you ask your horse to spin?
If you want to go this way, you keep this leg and you turn with that one.
That's it? So if I want to go that way, I'll take that leg off and I'll push with this leg.
Yes.
Kind of like that? I bet you spin better than that on Campo, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
No, that's walk Gigi around. Well, Caroline's got the microphone now, so if you have any questions for Caroline, ask her. You got anything you want to say? You can't be silent.
Well, why not?
Why not? Because they're there watching you.
I know that.
How many people are watching? Can you tell?
You're talking to people in Switzerland, United Kingdom, South Carolina.
You're talking to people all over the world. What you got to say?
Hi.
Hi.
There. I said something.
So this is really great for Caroline to not just, horses aren't just about learning how to ride and learning how to compete. It's just all about life lessons. And I guess today's life lesson is talking in public.
I am talking in public.
You are talking in public. You're talking in public to a bunch of people.
I know, right?
Yeah.
What
Go
do,
ahead. Go ahead.
what do you need to work on most when riding, Caroline?
Probably my spins.
Spins. How about stops?
I need to work on
Need to
that
work on
too.
stops? Yeah. Maybe some lead changes? Yeah, I got to work a little bit on all of it, huh? We all have to work a little bit on all of it. She likes the spins. That's her favorite part.
Yes, that is.
Yeah.
Someone said, we love hearing from you, Caroline. You're doing great.
Thank you.
Oh, and it says, Caroline, does she know what direct rein and neck rein is?
No.
Yes.
Do you? You know what direct rein and neck rein is?
I know what neck rein is.
She knows what neck rein is. Where her horse, all we do is neck rein. She rides with Ramels, and just about all of our students, especially our beginners, they all ride in Ramel reins. And that's a lot easier to get them squared up on the horse, a lot easier for them to learn to manage their reins. So all the beginner riders, and especially all the youth, ride in Ramel. It's safer because they don't have a chance of losing a split rein. And how we ride. So that's really all she knows, is how to use her hands and how to steer. She don't really know what it's called.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called.
Yeah. Did you get any stuff for your horse for Christmas?
I got a saddle.
You got a saddle for Christmas. What else did you get to go with your horse?
A horse.
A horse. Did you get any brushes? Brush bag, saddle pad, nothing? Not just a horse, huh? You might have had all that before.
Got your boots? Say you got new boots?
You
I got new
boots?
boots.
She's been coming and taking lessons for a while, and I think that she had a lot of the stuff before.
Someone would like to know if she wears spurs and why.
Do you wear spurs?
No.
No, she don't need spurs with her horse. Depending on, she probably will get to the point where she will at some point, but right now, Campo don't need spurs. He goes plenty fast enough without them. Campo is actually a pretty high level horse, so we're bringing him down to her level a little bit. So he'll be able to hang with her for a
Hey,
while.
Gigi.
So you're 8, is that what you said earlier?
Yes.
So we typically, 8, at this point, she's learning basics, how to use her hands, how to use her legs, and none of that is solid enough to really add spurs. When that gets solid, then we'll add some spurs. Then we'll start working on speed, going faster, spinning faster, sliding faster, loping faster. Got to get it correct first, right?
Yeah.
I think probably a good place to end the live for today. Anything you want to say before we stop?
Thank them for watching.
You want to thank everybody for watching and listening and the great questions. I think she's a little embarrassed. We're going to have all that fixed pretty soon. She'll be talking and talking and talking and not stopping. That's how now your mom knows how to get you to be quiet at home, huh? Just put a microphone on you.
No, I'll just yell louder because I know there's nobody at home.
So we're going to end that for today. I appreciate everybody for listening and the great questions for Caroline. And we'll probably have another one later. And maybe she'll talk a little bit more on that one.
Another one.
Another one, yeah. You want to do another one later? Maybe next time you're out of school vacation or something? Until next time, thank you for watching.